Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for April 26, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, the conflict in Lebanon has taken a dramatic turn, with Israel announcing plans to attack Hezbollah forcefully in response to continued attacks from the militant group. The situation on the ground remains volatile, with both sides exchanging blows and neither showing signs of backing down. This escalation is closely tied to broader tensions with Iran, and experts warn that if talks between Washington and Tehran were to collapse, Lebanon could quickly become a flashpoint. In related news, U.S. President Trump has canceled his envoy's trip to Pakistan, dealing a significant blow to hopes for a breakthrough in the Iran war. This move has sparked concerns that the conflict could escalate further, drawing in more countries and causing widespread instability in the region. Lastly, we're following up on the shocking disruption of the White House Correspondents' Dinner by gunfire, which prompted Secret Service agents to swiftly escort President Trump and other high-ranking officials to safety. The incident is under investigation, but thankfully, no one was seriously hurt due to the bravery and quick thinking of the Secret Service agents. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. For now, our thoughts are with the people of Lebanon and all those affected by the conflict. And in Washington, the nation's capital is still reeling from the shocking incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know what's right now. First, in Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump has ordered a new blue surface for the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool as part of the capital city's preparations for the nation's 250th anniversary celebrations in July. The project will cost approximately $1.5 million and take roughly 3 weeks to complete. In international news, tensions between the United States and Iran continue to escalate after President Trump canceled a trip by 2 U.S. envoys to Pakistan. Meanwhile, Colombia is reeling from a bomb attack that left at least 7 people dead and over 20 injured ahead of the presidential election in May. In West Africa, the nation of Mali has been hit by a series of coordinated attacks, with gunmen targeting several locations in the capital city of Bamako and other major cities. The situation is dire, with residents describing the sounds of gunfire and explosions as terrifying. In Eastern Europe, Russian forces have pounded the city of Dnipro in Ukraine with drones and missiles for over 12 hours, killing 8 people and wounding dozens. And finally, in sports news, Arsenal has reclaimed top spot in the Premier League with a vital win against Newcastle United thanks to a superb early goal from Ibareki Eze. We'll be bringing you more updates and analysis on these stories throughout the day. I'm Barbara Waters. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We have a jam-packed show for you today, with updates on the global economy, stock market analysis, and more. First off, let's dive into the ongoing crisis in the Hormuz Strait. The waterway's closure has sent shockwaves through international trade, energy markets, and food production. Crude output from Persian Gulf nations has plummeted by 10% since late February, and fertilizer shortages are expected to impact food prices for the remainder of the year. The human cost is also mounting, with over 12,000 seafarers stranded in the Gulf. In other news, we've been analyzing some compelling investment opportunities. Republic Services, Inc. and Wilden Group, Inc. have caught our attention, with both companies presenting strong cases for long-term growth. Republic Services' pricing power, margin expansion, and free cash flow acceleration make it an attractive holding, while Wildan Group's repositioning in the energy consulting and grid modernization space has sparked interest among investors. We've also been keeping a close eye on the AI sector, with new innovations and advancements emerging daily. If you're looking for an AI stock with upside potential, our report on the cheapest AI stock might be worth exploring. As always, we recommend doing your own research, considering multiple viewpoints, and consulting with financial experts before making any investment decisions. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, in the world of investing, the only constant is change, and the only guarantee is uncertainty. Tune in tomorrow for more updates and analysis from the AI Daily Press. And as we always say, don't get caught in the undertow. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's latest mission has successfully landed on Mars, marking a major milestone in space exploration. The rover has begun its journey to explore the Martian surface, searching for signs of life and unlocking secrets about the red planet's mysterious past. Secondly, the sudden termination of all National Science Board members by the Trump administration has sent shockwaves through the scientific community. This decision challenges the post-war consensus on how federal science should be governed, potentially undermining the independence and stability that have been hallmarks of American scientific preeminence. Lastly, astronomers have made a groundbreaking discovery about a supermassive black hole, USJ 1120+641, which appears to have outgrown its galaxy. This finding raises fundamental questions about how galaxies and their central black holes co-evolve, challenging our current understanding of cosmic development. These stories represent just a few of the exciting and thought-provoking developments in science and technology. We'll be delving deeper into each of these topics in future episodes, so now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. In our first segment, we'll be discussing the winners and losers of the NFL Draft. The Kansas City Chiefs made a surprising pick with LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier, who tumbled down the draft board due to health concerns. Meanwhile, teams like the Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens seem to have made savvy investments in their quarterbacks' futures. Moving on to baseball, the Boston Red Sox are facing a tumultuous season, with a dismal start and a plethora of problems on both the pitching and offensive sides. The team has parted ways with yet another key player, leaving fans wondering what's next. With the trade deadline looming, it's uncertain what moves the Red Sox will make to salvage their season. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Corral.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we're following the historic visit of King Charles to the United States. The monarch's trip is a testament to the enduring special relationship between our two nations, built on mutual respect, trust, and cooperation. As the king travels across America, he'll be experiencing the country's rich cultural landscape, from the vibrant music scene of Nashville to the historic landmarks of Washington, D.C. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and bringing you updates throughout the day. In other news, we're exploring the consequences of misinformation in the digital age. A recent incident in South Korea involving an AI-generated picture of a wolf has sparked a national conversation about responsible social media use. The image, which was shared widely online, allegedly delayed the capture of the real wolf by several days, causing disruption to local communities and emergency services. This cautionary tale highlights the importance of fact-checking, critical thinking, and empathy in our online interactions. As we navigate these complex issues, we're reminded of the value of slowing down, appreciating everyday life, and prioritizing human connection. Whether it's exploring the quaint towns and villages of rural America or reflecting on the traditions and customs of South Korea, we're encouraged to take the back roads, engage with our surroundings, and cultivate a more compassionate and informed online community. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. We've got some fabulous updates to dish about today. First up, Pixar is back, and better than ever. Their latest film, Hoppers, is hitting digital streaming this week, and let me tell you, it's a must-see. And if that's not enough, Woody and Buzz are returning in the new Toy Story movie, coming out in June. It's going to be a wild ride, folks. Next, if you're in the northern United States, tonight might just be your chance to catch a glimpse of the breathtaking northern lights. We've got tips on how to spot them and capture those stunning photos. And finally, we've got some juicy gossip from Hollywood. Helena Bonham Carter has made a swift exit from The White Lotus Season 4, and we're speculating about what might have gone down. Who will replace her? Now for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. In today's briefing, we have two distinct stories to cover. Firstly, in the world of wildlife conservation, a remarkable discovery has been made about hybrid sea turtles. A young turtle named Earl Grey was found stranded on a beach in Massachusetts and has been identified as a rare hybrid through genetic testing. This finding is significant for scientists studying the behavior, development, and habitat preferences of these unique creatures. The story highlights the importance of conservation efforts to protect sea turtles and their habitats. In a somber note, we also report on a tragic incident that occurred in Chicago, where a police officer was fatally shot and another injured during a shooting at a local hospital. The suspect, who was in custody, managed to obtain a firearm despite security screenings and opened fire on the officers. An investigation is underway, involving multiple agencies, including the Chicago Police Department and federal authorities. The city of Chicago has come together to mourn the loss and support the affected families and the law enforcement community. These are the stories we're following today. We'll continue to provide updates as more information becomes available. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David at for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.